I figured out last night that it's Amazon Prime Week. And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of really good non-toxic items, kitchen items and cleaning items and things like that. Let me see if there's anything on sale. So I went through the list. I went through everything in my storefront, and I've picked out the things that I think are the best deal for this week. So I'm going to share them. I think I have about 16 items. And I know some of you don't like Amazon, and I totally get that. I do think, however, that when you're looking for very specific non-toxic things, that Amazon can be a good resource. And a lot of the items I'm going to recommend today, I actually have most of them myself, and I've been using them for years. Okay, so let's kind of get into it. And the first one, I'm going to put this up. If you are looking for a non-toxic air fryer, I have found a really great option for you. This is the Ninja Prestige Smart Extra Large Countertop Oven. So this is 34% off. That's why I'm putting it in the video, because it's such a good deal. And what's non-toxic about it is it's fully stainless steel and glass. And this is what I'm looking for. I don't have this one. I have the other Ninja version that has the basket. I actually like the one I'm recommending because not only is it non-toxic, it's also extra large. It has that double layer. When I replace my Ninja, this is the one I'm gonna get. I've been doing a lot of research, and this is the one that I like. I honestly think that this could replace your microwave, your toaster, your air fryer, and your oven. This kind of does all of it. But I will note, I noticed that this one is only on sale today, which is October 6th. That's the day I'm filming this video. That's the day I'm going to publish it. It seems to be an early Prime Day sale. So if you are looking at it, I would recommend getting it now, because there's no guarantee that it's going to be on sale for too much longer. And by the way, as I go through everything, I will have everything linked below in case you want to check it out. And as always, you know, prices are subject to change, especially depending on when you watch this video. Next one is the KBS Pro stainless steel bread machine. Now, this machine is 18% off, and this one is stainless steel and it has a ceramic pan. I am eyeballing this myself. I have a really old bread machine, and mine is made of plastic. It's probably, I want to say, 25 years old at this point. The inside pan could very well have Teflon in it. I'm not even certain. Now, I will say the one I'm recommending, this KBS Pro one, it has a ceramic pan. It says that it's PFAS free. It doesn't actually say it. I went on their website and figured this out. I'm comfortable recommending this one to you guys. It doesn't say 100% ceramic pan, but it is machine washable. You can put it in your dishwasher, and that to me is a good sign for non-toxicity. All I'll say with this one is it should last a very long time. You just want to be careful, as always, not to scratch it. In addition to bread, I use mine to make dough. You could also use a bread machine to make jam. It can make yogurt, very versatile. You'd think this would be some sort of niche kitchen appliance, but I use mine every week. So let's move on to some food storage items. I love the brand Anchor Hocking, so I have a couple things to recommend for you from them, but one of them are these glass storage containers. These are fantastic. They're on sale right now, 15% off. Amazon says they're selling fast, but these are really good for storing food. I use mine for flour, sugar. I have smaller ones for dried goods. They just come in really handy. I like to decant these items, keep them in storage. And of course, I much prefer to use glass over plastic. That's why I have these on my non-toxic list. And I also like to decant some of these items because I do get worried about bugs and things that could come into your pantry. So I just like to kind of keep everything stored that way. Also, these are made in the US, so that's fantastic. Then number 4, moving on to these Anchor Hocking measuring cups. I have these. I love them. These are super handy, and again, these are glass. So if you're using plastic measuring cups, I would encourage you to replace them with glass. If you don't like glass, I know people feel it could break. You could also try stainless steel, but right now these are the ones that are on sale. And this is the 4-piece set, but you can kind of get different configurations. They're 17%, and again, Amazon says they're selling fast. I could imagine, because these are always a great universal kitchen item. Okay, and then one last glass item. I'm looking at my computer over here, but I have these from Pyrex. These are the best things. These are probably the most used things that I have in my kitchen. I always have at least every week I have 2 of these going. Right now, this week, I've made these peanut butter brownies for my husband's birthday, so we've been eating that. And then I also have one in the fridge of mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. The kids love mac and cheese. Now, What makes these the best? Number one, it's Pyrex. So you know these are freezer safe, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and oven safe. But what makes these the best is the lid. And I know the lid is plastic, and in this case, they don't have bamboo lids or anything like that. So I'm okay with using the plastic lid. The only thing to know is you don't want to put a plastic lid on there when you've got anything hot inside. So if you do bake a lasagna or something and you take it out of the oven, just let it cool down, come to room temperature before you put that lid on, and then you can stick it in the fridge. This set is so good for traveling, keeps food fresh. I mean, honestly, I just love it. This is a set of 3, 15% off. Highly recommend this one. Okay, so moving on to pans. I'm going to share 2 different kinds. I'm going to share an affordable option, and then I'm going to share kind of a more expensive one. Really depends on your price range. I know a lot of you are looking to get stainless steel pans, and they're expensive. I've mentioned before, you can try this thrift store. I've had some good luck there. Or there is this one from Amazon. These are the Amazon Basics stainless steel pans. These are 20% off. So that makes them $35, but you get actually 2 pans. So you get an 8-inch pan and a 10-inch pan. And honestly, to me, those are the 2 perfect sizes. That's really all you need. These can go in the oven. These are oven safe. I think it's set up to 500 degrees. The handle is riveted and it stays cool to the touch. For the pricier option, I'm going to share a larger set, and this is by All-Clad. Love, love, love this brand. The one I have is more than 25 years old. It was made in the US. They still make these pans in the US. I looked into it. They make them in Pennsylvania. This is kind of where they are bonded and engineered. But I'm not sure where the steel is sourced. I couldn't figure that out. I think that may have changed. It used to be sourced in Pennsylvania as well. But I will say, All-Clad is a very reputable brand, so you can feel confident about using their steel. I personally have the 10-inch All-Clad pan. I love it. I also have some pots. I know this is an investment. It's a little bit more expensive, but I will say this will last forever. It will last for many generations. And the one I'm sharing it does not have a nonstick coating. You do want to be careful when you buy, this is another landmine kind of, but when you buy certain stainless steel pans, some of them will put a nonstick coating on them. Again, I don't know what that coating is, so I do not buy those pans. I only buy the stainless steel that doesn't have the coating. So the ones that I'm sharing are the D3, just normal All-Clad pans. They do have D3 nonstick. You don't want those. And for those of you who are worried about buying a pan that is not nonstick, I'm telling you, we have been led to believe that we need nonstick, and we do not. All you need to do to make these nonstick is you heat up the pan without any fat in it. You don't put any butter, don't put any oil. Just take your dry pan and heat it up. I know this is going to be counterintuitive to a lot of people because you can't do this with the nonstick pans. But with the normal stainless steel, just heat that steel up. Once it's heated, then put your oil in, then put your food in. Nothing will stick, I assure you. Let's move on, and I'm actually really excited to share this one because a lot of you have mentioned that you are looking for a cutting board, but you find them expensive, and I get it. So this one is a bamboo one. It is 25% off. You can now get this cutting board for under $15, and it's 18 inches, which I think is a great size. And this is 100% organic bamboo. If you don't like bamboo, I think bamboo is great, but some people may want wood. I'm going to also share this walnut one. I look at this one all the time. I don't have this particular one, but I think it's so good, and I've been eyeballing it. This one's made in the US. It has fantastic reviews, and it's $75 right now. That is 16% off. I never really see this one go on sale. It's made by Virginia Boys. They do practice responsible sourcing of their wood. It's just a great brand if you're looking for something that will honestly last a lifetime. Okay, next is this Black & Decker blender. This is 14% off, and you're probably wondering why I'm recommending a blender. I have found it more and more difficult to find a blender with a glass blender jar. They are all plastic. I can't stand it. Everything is turning into plastic, but this one is glass. It is fantastic. This is under $60. This should also last a long time. I mean, obviously you don't want to break the jar, but It's a great blender and it's very fast. It's 900 watts. The blade is stainless steel. It crushes ice. You can use this. I use my blender daily. My husband actually uses it daily. He makes protein shakes. I make smoothies for the kids, smoothies for myself, milkshakes, whatever you want. Okay, moving along, I'm going to share this slow cooker. A lot of you have expressed concern about your slow cooker. This one is stainless steel. This is from the brand Crock-Pot and it's 32% off. People love this one. They say it's lightweight and easy to use. So if you've got one of the nonstick ones and you want to replace them with something healthier, I think it's a good time to get this one just because it's such a good deal. I mean, 32%. I also want to throw in the Instant Pot here. I use mine every single week. I mostly use it to make homemade yogurt, but you could make rice, you could make stews and pasta dishes, you can boil eggs. You can make bone broth, whatever you want, But the Instant Pot, a lot of you have asked me if this is a good non-toxic option, and it is because it's all stainless steel. The interior pot, everything is stainless steel. It is fantastic. And why I'm putting this on there is because it is under $90 right now. So it's about 35% off. This is actually the price that mine was when my mom bought me mine more than 10 years ago. So if you're in the market, I think this is a good one. Okay, moving on to cleaning items, I've got to share my favorite cleaning item, and this is the Bissell 3-in-1 steamer. I love this. It's also 30% off. I use this every week as well. I mainly use it for my floor, but it does so many other things. It is such a handy cleaning utensil because personally, I love it because it cleans and then the steam disinfects. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. You don't have to use any harsh chemicals. Literally all you use is water. I love this thing so much. When I first started my YouTube channel, I actually did a whole video. I will link a card. I'm not sure which side it will appear on. If you want to watch that, it's kind of embarrassing because it's so old, but I did a whole video on all of the things that you can clean with your steam cleaner. It's actually quite surprising. So if you want to check that out. Also, I want to talk about the Dyson V11. This is also great sale, 37% off. This has a HEPA filter. If you need a new vacuum, I think this is the time because I was noticing with this sale, it looks like most of the things that are on sale are kind of like vacuum cleaners and technology items. So just kind of saying that Prime Day is a good time if you're in the market. What I will say about this vacuum cleaner, I have this one. I think I have an earlier model, but it's great. And if you don't have a cordless vacuum cleaner, I am telling you, it will change your life. Who wants to lug out a heavy vacuum cleaner? I personally kind of vacuum almost every day. And so if I had to lug out that huge vacuum cleaner, which I used to do, it's such a pain. But we all do also need a huge vacuum cleaner. So that kind of gets me to the next thing. I noticed the Shark upright vacuum is also in the Prime Day sale, 25% off. They sell it on Amazon more than 10,000 of these a month. So it's definitely high in demand. It has fantastic reviews. I have had mine, I want to say at least 20 years. I love it. It is the most powerful vacuum cleaner I have ever found. But not only is it powerful, it's also pretty lightweight for what it is, and it has a fantastic HEPA filter. There are different kinds of HEPA filters. You will see there's one that isn't fully encased and fully sealed, but the one on the Shark is fully sealed. That means that it gets almost 100% of all the dust and allergens and things that you're vacuuming up. So it's a really good seal. When I want a really good clean, I pull out this Shark. It is just the most powerful thing. I probably use it a couple of times a month, I would say, but it works super well. And then just a couple other things. I found these glass spray bottles. I thought these were a great deal as well. I have similar ones, and I find that these come in handy if you make your own cleaning products, for example. I make my own multi-purpose cleaner and I just put some water and liquid dish soap, shake it up. I use that to pretty much clean anything. Or you can get refillable things. Blue Land, for example, they have those little tablets, those refill tablets you can buy, and you drop them in the water, and then they create all different kinds of cleaning products. Other brands have them. Well, I'm just partial to Blue Land. These are 23% off, and it's just under $10 for two, which, I mean, that's can't beat that price. Then I have one non-toxic bedroom item, and I'm putting it in here because I'm going to get these. I don't have them yet, but I'm going to get them for the sale. Cotton sheets. These are 100% cotton sheets. They're 11% off, which doesn't sound like a huge amount, but honestly, even not on sale, these sheets are a great deal for cotton. They are also Okotex certified, which is what I look for when I'm buying really any textile that's going to be on my skin these days, but they come in a ton of colors and they're just a great deal for Prime Day. Okay guys, I'm going to have everything linked below. I also created a special list on Amazon that includes everything. If you just want to click once and see the whole thing, I'll have that below as well. I hope this video was helpful, and if you're looking for any non-toxic items, I think there's some good deals for this year's Prime Day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.